Welcome to Just Ask Spirit. I'm Sherianna Boyle. I'm your host. I want to welcome you to the show. This is a show about spirituality. It's a show about mental health. And now and then we talk about astrology. And we have our very own astrologist that comes on monthly on Just Ask Spirit. And her name is Carmen Turner Schott. And today you're going to be getting the December 2023 astrology update. Now, before getting there, I want to remind you that all the shows here are sponsored by the Just Ask Spirit Marketplace. That's at my website, sherryannaboyle.com. And it's there you can check out the marketplace, which has many of the authors who are on the show, their books, their products, their skincare products, their spiritual art there. So I hope that you take a moment to check that out, see what we've got going on there. And there also are some discounts available for you. You're also going to find a free gift there. Grab that free gift. It's a free alignment kit. It's a downloadable, which can just help you get back in line, especially during the holiday season. And it's pretty crazy. It's rocking and rolling already. I know it is in my world and how it is going for you, but in terms of the busyness, lots of things to do, lots of food to make. And today I was fortunate enough to take a little break from it all. And I hopped on to my Ray of Light Circle. That's a virtual circle, if you will, where we circle up together on Zoom. And I guide people through practices that are similar to the ones in my latest book, Energy in Action, the Rays of Light practices. But I don't just guide them through. I get messages, spiritual messages from those practices. And so I'd love to have you join us. You want to check that out at sherryannaboyle.com. It's a monthly membership, but it's a weekly meetup. So you really get a lot out of that. It's actually twice a week we meet up. So that's 8 times a month. You get a spiritual tune-up. And not everyone can make it every time, of course. And I thought I would share today that I got an email from someone who was unable to make it. And he emailed me, oh gosh, maybe it was like an hour after we met in our circle. And he said, Sherianna, I just got to tell you that when you guys were meeting, when I knew that you guys were in circle, I felt energy. There was something, I felt a shift in energy. I felt like I was connected to something. And I just wanted to reach out and tell you. He said, maybe I'm making it up, but there's something that I felt. And it really was, I asked him, I said, can I share that? And he said, absolutely, because I want people to know that that's how powerful the rays of light are. You don't have to always be directly in circle to benefit. You become part of a community. You become part of vibration, and you become part of our circle, and it will affect you even when you're not there. How cool is that? Okay. So Carmen is here, ready to share the astrology update. And so we're going to hear from her right after the break. Carmen Turner Schott, welcome back to Just Ask Spirit.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm, happy that, we are in December, which is, all about the holidays, and we just came out of Thanksgiving. And, just to recap a little bit, November was an intense month for us, especially the beginning with all the Scorpio energy, because the sun was in the sign Scorpio for most of the month. But then right before Thanksgiving, November 22nd, we started feeling a lift. You should have felt like a relief, like I can take a deep breath now, because the energy went into Sagittarius. The sun moved into Sagittarius. So right now, even into the 1st of December here, we're in Sagittarius season. So, if you think about Sagittarius, they're a fire sign. They're adventurous. They will travel, learning, going far away lands, and they're the philosopher, they're the optimist, they're the freedom lover, the independent person. So this kind of energy of getting outdoors and maybe even traveling and going in your car, going on a trip, you might really want to do something different and get out of that rut that we've been in, because we've been in this kind of more of introverted Scorpio, kind of digging deep, healing things
In
coming
terms
up.
of the beginning of November. So what we're saying, audience, is we're going back a little bit just to help us transition, because Carmen and I were just talking. It's good to kind of remind ourselves, and you can kind of almost look back, Carmen, to see how was my November? What was going on? And then it can kind of make sense if things were a little tough. So what you're saying is around Thanksgiving, if everybody remembers feeling a little bit of a relief. I'm noticing that in my groups that I lead. I'm noticing the energy's a little bit lighter in them lately. So that makes sense to me. And then that leads us into towards, okay, so we get a little bit of Sag, you say we're this, okay.
Sag is Sagittarius, that fun-loving, adventurous, free spirit, like want to learn things, want to go on a trip, want to socialize, want to be positive. You know, you start seeing things in a better way. So if you were kind of in the negative mode of the Scorpio energy this month, December, you're going to be seeing things, you know, that glass is half full instead of half empty kind of a vibe. And you're going to be like, oh, you know, a little bit more easygoing than you felt last month. And it's going to be with us the whole month of December till the end of the month. So this is a great energy right now that we can tap into. You know, we went through, you know, the
I'd like to remind everyone I'm doing an Azores trip.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's funny you say that, because I overheard my daughters talking about planning a trip. And so that's what this is about. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Kind of my ears perked up. They were talking about traveling and things like that. And so if the audience is finding that you're kind of thinking about travel plans, it's this energy that perhaps is influencing you. Interesting.
Oh, definitely. Sagittarius rules the ninth house in astrology, which is all about faraway journeys, you know, foreign travel, going out and eating different foods, ethnic foods, studying different beliefs, religions, philosophies. You know, it's the house, it's a sign of hope and faith. You know, Sages are usually religious and you know, spiritual, and they're optimists. They're the optimist of the zodiac. So this is good energy, because we got this optimism going on the 1st of December. And then, you know, we have Mercury goes into Capricorn December 1st, which the Mercury is the planet of communication. And it's going to be there throughout the whole month. And then December, probably around December 4th through 8th, we're going to start feeling the effects of Mercury retrograde, guys. We're going to have the planet of communication.
Number 4th through 8th.
We're going to be feeling it the beginning of the month. Yes, it even before it goes retrograde, because of that shadow period. That energy's already getting messed up a little bit and affecting life on Earth, which is our communication.
So what does that mean for us and communication around, so December 4th to 8th?
And it'll be for let's see, 6 to 8 weeks, guys. 6 to 8 weeks into January, even after Christmas, we're going to be influenced by Mercury retrograde, which what it means, all it means is that the energies of Mercury, our communication of that planet, are spinning backwards in the sky. It's not, the energy's not flowing normally. It's kind of blocked. And so it's like it, and when you look at the sky, you know, astrologers say it looks like it's spinning backwards, is how we say it, but it's a block. It's kind of a time of reflection.
So are people going to have a hard time communicating? I'm sure. Tell us how that might show up in our lives in terms of getting mixed signals, or reading each other wrong, or maybe not even communicating their own needs and desires. Does that all happen, Carmen, when things are in Mercury retrograde like that?
Yes, it's going to be, we have a tendency to miscommunicate or perceive what people say in a different way than they mean. And so you have to really be conscientious during a Mercury retrograde of the way you use your words, the way you communicate, and you have to really be like strict with it. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to make it very clear what I'm wanting to say in an email, for work, all of that kind of stuff, because every time it's retrograde, it affects certain people more than others. If you're a Virgo or Gemini, Mercury's your ruling planet. That means it is your main energy, which is communication and talking and email and socializing. And so it really affects those two signs more than anyone, but it affects all of us. And so I'm very careful I always tell people, be careful what you put in email. And I even recommend wait until Mercury's not retrograde to send a very
That
important
means
email.
6 weeks.
Yes, don't
Oh,
do it. Wait.
really? So interesting because so if I'm going to submit a book proposal, you think I ought to wait?
Okay, now that's a good, so let me ask you this.
Yeah, because well, actually, I have written one.
It's
it's
already
going to
done? It's
it's
already,
it's done, but it's not edited, Carmen.
that's okay.
It needs to go through an edit, but it's done.
So
Yeah.
you've already started this project before the retrograde,
Hmm.
months ago. Then that is good, because during Mercury retrograde, it's a time to finish old projects. Things you already were working on, this is when they come to fruition. So this is the perfect time for you to get your book
Well,
proposal
my
in.
agent doesn't want to do it until January, though. He's telling me we're not going to submit this until around January 4th. What do you think about that?
I think it's okay as long as you're finalizing it and getting it all ready during this time, during December,
Yeah.
because and then it'll be ready to go. So if you
Okay.
told me you just were starting from scratch this month writing it, I'd say you need to wait a little bit before you try
No,
to send.
definitely have not started. If anything, I'll be almost way ahead of game in terms of finishing it. So if anybody can relate to that, maybe you have something that you started
Yeah.
and so you're okay if you do it in January. Because a lot of people think about like maybe running a class or starting a club or starting something new. And so you're saying if you already started it now,
It's the time to finish it, but
it's
it
a
don't
time
start something new. Don't
don't say have come up with an idea and put it, yeah, and start it. Okay, got it.
because what happens is how you think and feel and believe and about those things is going to shift once Mercury goes direct. When it starts spinning normal again, you reflect back like, what was I thinking? Or, oh, I don't want to do that, I'd rather do this. So you're going to change your mind.
What about relationships? Should you not? What if you kind of started liking someone and then you thought, okay, well, I'm going to ask them out.
You can do that, but don't get married and don't make a commitment. Don't sign
So,
anything.
okay, so no commitments if it's new.
Yes,
If
just
you had started it before,
yeah.
does
If
that
you've been
change
dating,
that?
like if you've been engaged like for two, or you've been, let's say you've been dating for 2 or 3 years and you've been wanting to get married to this person. It's funny if you look at the research. I've been researching this. A lot of people get engaged during Mercury retrograde and or married because
Really?
it's finalizing those things you've already been dreaming and working on all that time. So, because it's a long-term relationship. Now that's different. Now, just meeting someone new, I say be careful during Mercury retrograde because things can change. Definitely
They
once
could
again.
change too,
Oh,
not just you. You could change your mind, they could change their mind.
exactly. It has to do with people's mind and beliefs and what they want. And it's going to change. It's very changeable during Mercury retrograde. And there's also kind of a difficulty expressing yourself in words. People that are normally talkative and always, able to share their emotions and feelings, it affects all of us. It's going to be harder to express what you really are thinking and feeling because the energy just is a little blocked. That's all. And
Is
we
that
can
going
work.
to affect my writing?
A lot of people now, there's two things that happen with Mercury with writers I see. So, and I'm this way too. I usually I I have to during Mercury retrograde, I can really edit and tweak and because Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, so it's all of editing, writing, all of that kind of stuff is a good time to get things fixed, right? And then get it all ready to go. And so sometimes people get more energy to finish that book edit, but to start from fresh to try to sit down and write a new book, I'm always blocked. But it's a good time when I've already had a book that I've already written, a draft, to get it edited, and I have more of a passion for that. It's like, oh, I can edit. Oh, I'm getting it all done. Because that energy in Mercury retrograde is like, let me finish old projects that I've been procrastinating. So you start feeling good again, like, ooh, I need to get this and this. And so when you get these things off your plate and your little checklist of things to do done during Mercury retrograde's the time to do that,
But
because
make
it's
sure you send it to yourself in an email, because Mercury retrograde is also messes with technology, right? Back
yes,
up your work.
every time Mercury's retrograde, I swear, with work and all these things, people either totally react and take things personal and get a little sensitive and a little bit combative in email with verbal conflict. There can be more arguments, and it's because of miscommunication. And if you know that Mercury's retrograde, you won't take it personal because you'll be, ooh, remember that,
And
we
we're
talked
in the
about
shadow. So this started once again, Mercury retrograde starting when?
it's already affecting us the 1st of December, the 4th through January. It's
But
going to
the
be
shadow starts the end of November, correct? A week
or
before?
1st of December, 1st of December.
1st of
Yeah,
December.
because
Okay.
December 13th is when it goes retrograde for like
Gotcha.
official. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's really the big
Gosh, what
thing.
if you were already horrible at communicating? I mean, do those people just get way worse?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I
Because I
mean,
mean, there's some people that really suck at communication, let's
well,
face it.
they
Or
get
they're
more.
mean, or they take things
Yeah.
personally, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
they're already kind of difficult. What are they like during Mercury retrograde?
Well, I think of my husband. He's really not a talker, and he gets a little irritable. And the whole time Mercury's retrograde, because he's a Virgo like me, so it's his ruler. But he just is not a talker like me. And my daughter is also Virgo, and she's not. They both are alike. They don't talk like I do. They
You're
don't like.
all Virgos in that house?
Yeah, yeah.
I did
All
not know that.
Yeah, my husband and I are born the same day, and my daughter's missed it by 1 hour. We all would have been born on August
Are
26th.
you kidding me?
No, we got a lot of Virgo energy in this house. So
Holy
I know,
cow.
right? So he's 5 years older. My daughter was emergency C-section, but she was born August 25th at 11:42 p.m. She almost made. They wanted to try to have her be born on our birthday too,
I
but
have the chills. I literally, the hair, everyone, that is sticking up on my
yeah,
arms. That was insane. I
I know.
never knew that about you. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, Carmen. Wow. So this is absolutely fascinating. We do need to take a quick break, everyone. We're if you're just joining us on the radio, I'm speaking with Carmen Turner Schott. She is the author of 10 books, right, Mark?
yeah.
Carmen?
And it's
And
just that now.
10
Yeah,
books, and the latest couple of books, Phoenixes and Angels. We've got sun signs, moon signs. If you go to Just Ask Spirit Marketplace, you're going to see a couple there. You can also go to carmenturnerschott.com. We'll be right back, though, after the break with more from Carmen. Welcome back to Just Ask Spirit. Today's your lucky day. It's our astrology update. It's December 2023 astrology update with Carmen Turner Schott. So we left off around December 12th.
yeah. We were talking a little bit about Mercury retrograde. Mercury is in Capricorn throughout the whole month, which is going to kind of make us think about more practical things, more our goals, our finances, our businesses, things like that. So their mind is going to be on those things and their thoughts. And then with Mercury retrograde, it's just a good time to reflect, journal, just be patient, and don't start anything brand new, and don't make a big commitment and sign a contract or do anything that's brand new. If it's something you've already been planning.
Until what date is that guideline apply?
Yeah, this is going to affect us from about December 4th through the 1st of January.
Okay.
And then we'll be out of
Don't
it.
sign any new contracts. Okay.
Yeah, I'd wait till that first of the month. And then the good news is, every month, we have a new moon, and, we've talked about that new moon energy. And the new moon last month in November was powerful. It was like a very strong
Oh my gosh. So we did an intention thing. We
Yes.
took, I had such a day that day because of you. I did it in my Ray of Light circle
Oh,
membership.
yeah.
And then I did a separate one with my kids and my girlfriend, and then her kids were in it, and it was fun.
Nice.
And so we were, but anyway, the cool part was one of my daughters asked, we wrote down, what we were manifesting. I didn't know this. She told me this later. She just asked for a sign as to she's what direction to go in. I won't get into her stuff, but what direction to go to. And then I think it was like 2 days later, she gets a personal letter in the mail. And that's rare when you get like a card with hand card in the mail. And it was from one of the directions, put it that way.
Ooh, that's
I mean,
cool.
talk about a sign.
Exactly.
A handwritten card.
That is
And
awesome.
one of the options. So it wasn't even the full moon yet. I know you always say kind of in the full moon, check out to see what came to fruition, but it was just a couple days later. So anyway, new moon for December as well.
It's going to be a new moon in Sagittarius. So, we're in this Sagittarius. The sun is in Sagittarius as well right now. So we're in this optimistic, adventurous energy. So at this new moon, I recommend getting outside because, Sages rule like the woods, the outdoors, hiking. They love to hike. They love to feel free. They don't like to be cooped up inside. So
what date is this new moon again?
Yeah, December 12.
Okay. December 12, you're recommending we do our manifesting outdoors.
Yes, go outdoors. If you can, go where there's some trees and some, maybe on a little hike or something. And what else you could do? Light a little bonfire or a little fire pit, because Sag is a fire sign, and be outside and with your family, friends, and you can just set your intentions. You want to reflect on the things you want to manifest in your life and your goals, the positive side. And another thing that's big with Sag this whole month of December is having gratitude, being grateful, because Sages represent and rule gratitude, because they always look at the bright side and see, well, these are the good things I have in my life. They're that one sign that will always help you as a friend and say, hey, you're being negative. You need to snap out of this. Look at all the things at least you have a paycheck, you have a job, it could be worse, so they're always there kind of like to make you see the bright, positive side of things. And they're always, that hope and optimism they have is very contagious, and they're very straightforward and direct and assertive, but they do it in a kind way. And so we're going to be feeling that great energy. And so
my father's a Sag. My father's a Sag, so I'm very familiar. Yeah,
oh,
with
nice.
that energy. Yeah, he's always upbeat, always optimistic.
Yeah,
always able to see the good no matter what.
Yeah.
Very non-judgmental person. I admire that about him. He's probably the least judgmental person I know.
There you go. They're very open-minded. They're very supportive. My mother's a Sagittarius. They're just very easy. She used to travel with me and just like an adventurer. She'd get her little backpack on and she'd come to Europe. We'd be running through the train station. No one would visit me, but my mother, she's just like up for a fun trip. Let's go have fun. She's talking, she wants to go to Europe with me and go to Italy or something again. I'm like, Mom, I don't know if we're going to do it, but she wants to, so yeah, just think about all all the things that are, that you're grateful for, and set your, your affirmations. I've been doing a lot more affirmations. And they really can affect our health. Like if you're having, certain health issues or emotional things going on, just doing positive affirmations every day and looking up, what affirmations are associated with different illnesses, whether it's headaches, whether it's, being impatient, so I've been doing that and it has helped me be more calm. Like I'm like, because I get a little bit restless and anxious and I'm impatient, because I'm always wanting to do something. So I'm like, what, I'm at peace, I'm calm.
I think I've recognized you that this month about you, because normally if you're upset, you'll like text me or something. You barely texted me this month.
I've been very zen this month. Like I've been very zen.
I'm noticing that now.
And I'm doing something cool too. I do the Bach flower essences, And I was looking at, I knew, just some things going on physically, and I'm like, this, and it was so me. I started laughing because it was my Aries moon and all my Virgo, being impatient, being restless, not just always feeling like, that anxiousness. So, but being able just to say, I'm at peace and I'm calm. I am serenity. That's what I've been saying like
That
all
Bach
day.
flower, that stuff is real. It's funny. I just bought a tea. It said like relax or something. And I was reading the ingredients, and it had Bach flowers in there. And then I was reading another brand that was more expensive, but they both had the flower in there. I'm like, it must not be about the brand. It must be about that ingredient that really is what you need. Interesting.
The flower petals, and then they put the energy healing into
Are
the
you doing
essence.
the tincture? Are you doing the drops or
The
tea?
drop, I do the impatiens flower drops, 2 in my water every day. I've been doing for a couple weeks now,
How do you like that?
and I've been feeling it, because impatience is what I'm trying to heal, because at work, when I'm working, I want things done, and I'm like, I want an
Because
answer
you're
on.
a Virgo.
Yeah, and efficiency, and you can't do that when in the job I'm in, because you're at the mercy of a lot of other people, and their decisions. So it's been helping me just be like, okay, I sent an email and I don't have an answer, but we'll just have to wait. So I've been feeling more
It's
patient.
just in the water. How simple is that? I might
Yeah,
try that.
I have all of them, so don't buy them. I can make a remedy for you. I'm trained in it.
What?
So
You
yeah,
are?
yeah. So we can look
Learning
at
so
different.
much about you today. Can I,
Yeah,
do you sell them or you just make them?
I have a whole set. I have every single flower essence, Bach flower essence that is made. And I took a little class years ago, and I have a lot of books on it. And my teacher in the School of Metaphysics used to do it with us when I was 19. So that's when I first started learning it. But you can figure out, what health things are going on, what thoughts, maybe, if you're, and if you're having problems with being impatient, or you're having problems with forgiveness, or, and there's all kinds, like the rose rock is like trauma, if something really unexpected happens and it's really emotional. There's all kinds, and I have a book, and I can like make a remedy. So you can mix them. Like if you have a couple different issues, you mix them. I have a little bottle, you mix them with water,
Like
and
a
then
little chemist.
I can
Wow.
mail it to you. Yeah, I just usually give it with
Oh
my.
yeah.
I try to get my daughter to try it, and she wouldn't do it. I'm like, it's just 2 drops here. No, I don't want to do it.
Well,
I try to.
We'll
Yeah,
talk at the break. Yeah, now we're getting off track. But anyway, that's really helpful to the listeners, I think.
it's
Trying these
oh
little things. Yeah, but we're so quick in the medical industry to go to medication. Right? I need anti-anxiety meds, and
yeah.
try
This
some
is
other stuff. I mean,
natural.
unless you're really in trouble and you're hurt and puppy and you can't function, I get it. But there are
Mhm.
so many. Magnesium is mine. I drink that magnesium drink. It's
Yeah.
at the Just a Spirit Marketplace, where we can talk later about your flower essence if you want to stick them on there. But I put my box of magnesium on there because so many people ask me, so I just stick it there so they
Oh,
know. But that for me is huge in terms of calming effects. The magnesium. Did you tried the magnesium, right?
yeah, I'm trying it, and somebody, nurse said something to me. My neighbor, she said that I told her, yeah, sleep is always a thing for me because my mind is awake. I get energy at night, and I'm like ready to keep going. It's like, I'm like, I've been up all day. I need to sleep. I'm like, oh, I can do this or that, or I get on a movie or my computer, and I'm up till midnight, and you just can't do that when you have to get up early. So, but she said magnesium is what helps people sleep if you have sleep problem. Uh,
Definitely. Everyone needs to have it. But anyway, that we got to make sure we have time for
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Where are we at here?
So we just got 2 major new things I want to touch on. So new moon Sag, take advantage of that, set your intentions. And then Mercury retro is going to be affecting us. And then on 21 December, the sun moves out of Sagittarius into the sign Capricorn. So
Okay.
that's Capricorn is an earth
I was
sign.
supposed to marry a Capricorn. Do you believe in that stuff?
Oh, is that what someone told you?
I don't know. They said you would be your what do they call it?
You're
Your
good man.
yeah, my match is a Capricorn. My husband's not a Capricorn.
That's
He's
because
actually my worst match.
you're supposed to be. This is the thing. Usually you marry your opposite.
Well, that's what happened. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's like the number one of the one I
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, because but if
That's
basic
awesome. Yeah.
basic astrology compatibility, does match the earth signs together. So being a Taurus, you would get along with me. I'm a Virgo. So Virgo and Capricorns. So we're the three earth signs.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
anyway, so
Yeah.
December 21st.
Yeah. And Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. So it's a very disciplined, hardworking, they rule the house of career, success, achievement. So they like to work hard for their goals, and they can sometimes be workaholics. So when the sun goes into Capricorn, we may start feeling like we really want to work more, work hard, make money. Capricorns like to make money. They like nice things. They like to be able to provide for their family, for themselves. And so we're going to have that work focus shift where the beginning of the month, it's like, have fun, be free, let's travel, let's take a class and learn something new. That Sag energy, go eat our favorite restaurant, whatever, be social. And then we're going to be more withdrawn and more focused on being organized, structured, having a routine, getting stuff done during Capricorn season. And Capricorn season starts 21 December, and it's going to go until the end of January, about January 1920. And then the last big thing happening the end of December is we have a full moon the day after Christmas on 26 December. And it's in Cancer, which is its ruler, because the moon rules Cancer. So this is going to be a very powerful full moon in December where we can really have to focus on nurturing ourselves and others. So this is a time to mother and take care of your own needs. And you might have to take care and focus on the needs of others around you as well, and be cozy. And you're probably going to want to stay home in the comfort of your home because Cancer rules the home and family. So spending time with your loved ones.
Perfect that it lands in December
Yeah.
26th, right?
Yeah, it's great.
We'll be home and we'll be with family.
Yeah. Stay in your pajamas, eat
Yeah.
leftover food, and enjoy your presents and things. It'll be fun. And that full moon will be a very intuitive.
Probably shouldn't have my family party on that day. I wasn't planning on it that day, but
yeah, because you're gonna want to kind of be have your solitude.
chilling. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's why I was already telling my husband that.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's not do it at the day after Christmas. That's a little bit much because you got to clean up all that.
Yeah. You don't want to entertain. You're not going to feel like entertaining.
Yeah, interesting.
You're going to want to spend time in.
And then what happens after the full moon? So we have full moon on 26th, and then how do we end this month?
And that's pretty much the end of the month. All the major big things going on.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, full moon and Cancer, that 26, and no, on the full moon always affects us a couple days before. So we're going to be feeling that Cancer moon energy on Christmas, and even a couple days after Christmas, and then there's a lot of transits and different things going on, but nothing real major. We've been through a lot of the retrograde stuff. One thing that did happen in December as well is the planet Neptune went direct. We had talked about a long time ago on a show that all these planets have been retrograde, spinning backwards. And so now a lot of them are now direct, so they're spinning direct again, and Neptune is one of them. So that's a good thing. So we should feel a lighter energy.
Another one of your predictions came true. Yes, because you said in the last show, you said, I don't know what's happening planet-wise, can't describe it like you, but you said maybe there might be some negotiations happening with hostages. Did you see that on the news?
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, Carmen said there might be some, and it's like 50 hostages or something that they're having some negotiations on right now. And so just another tribute to you that you were on that. So these are, you can listen to these. I interview you on the show, and then I go back and listen again, everyone, because I forget and I kind of have to really soak it in. But these are amazing. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing. That just flew by, didn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And this is
have a wonderful Christmas.
You too.
Yeah, it'll be good. It's Christmas.
I know. I can't believe this whole fall, everything flew by so fast. I mean, I can't believe Thanksgiving with a boot gone, and just a lot. And I think this coming year we'll have a lot of astrological things going on in 2024 that are going to be pretty amazing. So Pluto's going to go into Aquarius, which the whole world has been waiting on in 2024. It's going to be pretty crazy. Lots of change in the world happening, awakening. Yeah.
Awesome. That's what we want to hear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that. Thank you. And thank you, listeners, for always for coming and for sharing the show with your friends and family, for subscribing to the show, and just for participating, because without you, this wouldn't be happening. We appreciate you. And I want you to remember, all your emotions matter. Processing them matters more. Go to SheriannaBoyle.com. Check out the Just Ask Spirit Marketplace. Don't forget to grab your free gift there. Check out Carmen's books at CarmenTurnerSchott.com, as well as her personal YouTube channel. That's it for today, everyone. We'll see you next time.